Hello guys, welcome to your first Java tutorial. In this tutorial we're actually going to be writing our very first program in Java. So now this is the welcome window of IntelliJ IDEA. So what I'm going to do now is to create a project. So come to this new project and click on it, and now in the left make sure a new project is selected, and then here in the name you're going to type in the name of your project. So for me, I'm just going to name it Hello World, but for you, you can name it whatever you want. Since we are making a Hello World program, so I'm just going to make mine Hello World. Hello World. So in the location, I'm going to leave it as default, and then here language, make sure that Java is selected, and build system, make sure IntelliJ is selected. JDK, if you have multiple JDKs installed on your computer, you can actually come here and select the JDK version you want to use, but for me I'm just going to use this one. Then here click on create, and now as you can see IntelliJ is creating our project. And our project has finished creating. So here, what we have here, tip of the day. This is actually kind of IntelliJ IntelliJ thing. It shows you some tips on how to use it, so it is really useful. So I'll recommend you to be reading this, and we're just going to close it. Then here in the project panel, come to this src folder. As you can see, this src folder is the source folder. This is where you're going to be placing all your source files. So right click on it. We're going to create a new source file which we're going to write our program. So come to here and right click on it. Right click, this is taking long. Come to new and Java. Here you're going to give it the name of your Java class, not actually the name of your Java class. So for us, the Java class we're going to be using, I'm going to name mine main. So I'm just going to name it main, and then hit enter. So now what we have over here is the public keyword. So the public keyword is an access modifier. We use access modifiers to specify so now what we have over here is a class here. So here we are actually creating a class. So the public keyword is an access modifier. This tells Java that this our class that we are creating is going to be public, means it's going to be visible to all Java program that is outside of this class. So any Java program that is outside of our main class is going to be accessible. So it's going to be, this class is going to be visible to other Java programs that is outside of this class. And then we use the class keyword to actually create the class, then followed by the class name. So main is the name of our class name, and then we use the open curly brackets and close curly brackets to define a block. So inside this curly bracket, that is where we are going to write all our class fields and methods. So now the first thing we are going to do is to create a main method. A main method in Java is an entry point of Java programs. So normally when you run your Java file, what it does, it first look up for the main method and then it's executed. So this is where your program execution starts. So this is how we define the main method. So notice what happens over here. Immediately after I finish creating this main method, we have a run button here. That's because we have the main method. So let me try to change this to, let's assume, start here. So notice what happened, it automatically disappears. So let's try to bring it back, and here you see it automatically reappears again, because this main method enables us to run our Java program. So this is the entry point of all Java code. So here again we use the public keyword. So this means that this method is a public method, means it can be accessible from outside. Then we have the static keyword here. Static, we use the static keyword to define static method or static fields. So a static method is a method that belongs to the instance, that belongs to a class rather than its instance. So you do not, normally when you're using a class, you have to create an instance of that class in order to use all its methods and fields. But here, if you use the static keyword, this overcomes that behavior or overrides that behavior. So you do not have to initialize or instantiate an object of the class in order to use its static fields. I'm also going to explain, we will be talking about the static field later in this course. Then we have the void keyword. This void is actually the return type of our main method. So what is our main method going to return? Void means that our main method is not going to return anything. So normally when you are creating a function, your function has to return something, or sometimes you define a function that returns something, but here we are just defining it as void because this our main method is not going to return anything. Don't worry about this, we are also going to explain this more when it comes to creating function in Java. So we will learn about this more. Don't worry if you're confused, we will learn about it. Then here main is the name of the method. Main is an identifier. We will also talk about identifier in the next video. We will talk about what identifiers are. Then inside here what we have is the parameter. So this main method, notice we have open and close braces here. So inside here, this is where you define your parameter. So this is just like a syntax here. So you have to use this syntax in order to define the main method. Then inside here, we can write in our code what we want it to be executed. So now let's try to print out hello world on the console. System.out.println hello world. So this is how we print out something on the screen. The system here is a class. So this system is a class. If we use period here, period means we are assessing some fields or methods in the class. We use the period to access a method or field in a class. So system has a field here. It has out over here. So out is also a class, but it is an instance of print stream. Out is an instance of print stream. The print stream is also a class that allows us to work with output streams. Then here we use period again. So this out again, it has another method called print line. So what print line does is to print out some line on the console. So we give in a parameter, we give in an argument here. So this is what we wanted to be printed on the console. Notice that we use a double quotation marks. So we must use a double quotation mark here in order for it to understand what we are passing in here as an argument. So here, this is, if we run this, we should have this hello world printed on the screen. And also the new the print line, after it prints out what we have over here, then it use a new character. So even if we wanted to print out something, it will be printed after down below what we have here. So in order to run Java program in IntelliJ, here you can come here and use this green button over here. If you click on it, you will see this run main.main. So if you click on it, you should be able to run it. And also you can come over here and run it, or you can use the shortcut key Shift plus F10, or you can come over here and then click on run. So I'm just going to click on run. So now here we have this beautiful message printed on the console, hello world, and we have this process finished with exit code 0. So what this means is that our program has finished executing successfully. So whenever you run your Java program and you see this message that it finished with an exit code 0, it means that your program has finished executing successfully. But any code other than 0, it means that the program did not execute successfully. So let's explain this. So this is, use the system.out.println, and then we give in what we wanted to be printed on the console.